Welcome, UPSC aspirants. Today, we embark on a journey through history, exploring the Greek-Hellenistic influences on Indian culture. This blend of cultures gave rise to transformative art, language, and lifestyle influences that persist even today. It all began with Alexander the Great's expansion, which brought a wave of Greek thought and artistry to the Indian subcontinent. Alexander's invasion in 327 BCE laid the foundation for the Indo-Greek influence, especially in regions like Gandhara. Picture this: Greek philosophers, artists, and traders mingling in ancient Indian towns, exchanging ideas and knowledge. If you're intrigued by ancient cross-cultural exchanges, stay tuned as we unravel this fascinating impact. This exploration covers everything from dance and attire to worship practices and language. These exchanges hold valuable lessons for understanding how cultures shape and influence one another, even centuries later.
The first impactful fusion was the establishment of the Indo-Greek kingdoms in the Gandhara region, sparking cultural exchange.
Greek sculptors, known for their realism, inspired Indian artisans, leading to Greco-Buddhist art styles.
Fact. Gandhara art is one of the earliest known examples of Hellenistic influence in Buddhist art, blending Greek realism with Indian iconography.
This art form reflects the respect and assimilation of Greek ideas into Indian religious and cultural contexts.
Imagine statues of Buddha with Greek-inspired drapery and facial features, a beautiful cultural hybrid.
These statues were more than art. They were symbols of unity between two ancient civilizations.
Notice how these sculptures retain the grace of Indian spirituality while incorporating Greek physical realism.
We'll now explore visuals that compare classical Greek art with Gandhara sculptures, highlighting specific influences.
Classical Indian dance forms like Bharatanatyam and Kathak show hints of Greek theatrical influence, especially in expressive storytelling.
Greek dramas emphasized emotion through facial expressions and gestures, traits found in Natya, the Indian system of theatrical performance.
Fact. Bharatanatyam, one of India's oldest dance forms, includes techniques inspired by Greek drama's focus on facial expressions.
These expressive elements allowed dancers to convey complex emotions and stories, bridging cultural storytelling methods.
Notice the parallels in hand gestures or mudras, which, like Greek body language, symbolize various emotions.
Imagine a dance stage where Indian mudras meet Greek facial expressions, each narrating profound stories.
Indian dramaturgy evolved, infusing these Greek theatrical techniques into what became foundational for Indian dance.
Observe these similarities in dance scenes we're about to showcase, connecting the expressive power of both cultures.
Let's move to a more tangible aspect: food. The Greeks introduced several culinary techniques to India.
Greek influence brought olive oil and bread-making techniques, blending with Indian spices to create unique dishes.
Fact. Wine and bread, both staples of Greek cuisine, were introduced to Indian regions and adapted with local flavors.
This exchange shows how food reflects the melding of distinct cultural identities.
Picture ancient Greek olive oil mixing with Indian spices, a culinary fusion that paved the way for unique flavors.
Even today, the traces of these early exchanges are evident in India's diverse food culture.
This melding of culinary styles highlights how food was, and remains, a powerful cultural connector.
Notice the next scenes featuring Greek and Indian cuisines side by side, showcasing this blend.
Greek and Indian clothing styles share striking similarities, especially in their draping methods.
The Greek himation and Indian antaria both feature flowing fabric, symbolizing status and beauty.
Fact. The Indian antaria, adopted from Greek himation, provided a draped, elegant look suitable for various climates.
Imagine traditional attire from both regions, flowing gracefully, reflecting their unique yet interconnected styles.
This shared drapery style isn't mere fashion. It represents cultural and social expression.
The simplicity of Greek attire complemented India's intricate designs, creating a visual harmony.
These clothing styles symbolize how cross-cultural influences adapted to different climates and customs.
As we show these side-by-side drapery styles, notice the blend of simplicity and elegance.
Greek anthropomorphic deities inspired Indian temple art to adopt human-like representations of gods.
These lifelike forms of deities allowed people to connect personally with the divine.
Factum. Early Indian temples adopted Greek-inspired human features for deities, enriching visual narratives.
This blend allowed art to transcend form, uniting physical and spiritual worlds.
Greek gods and Indian deities shared ideals of heroism, beauty, and wisdom.
See how Greek sculptures influence the anatomical accuracy in Indian temple art.
Each sculpture brings forth an ideal of divinity, reflecting Greek and Indian spiritual philosophies.
Watch the upcoming visuals closely to spot these influences in divine representations.
Now let's explore how language became a bridge between Greek and Indian cultures. The influence was most evident in the adoption of scripts for communication.
The Greek influence introduced new linguistic techniques and script adaptations, especially in Indo-Greek regions.
Fact. The Indo-Greek coins bear inscriptions in both Greek and Kharosthi scripts, symbolizing this dual cultural presence.
These inscriptions are more than symbols, they're records of an era where two worlds communicated through shared alphabets and vocabulary.
The fusion of Greek and Indian scripts helped in documenting trade, administration, and cultural tales, bridging gaps between empires.
Imagine ancient coins inscribed in two scripts, where each character tells a story of cross-cultural dialogue.
We're about to show a transition of scripts from Greek to Kharosthi, tracing their influence on one another.
This exchange contributed to the linguistic evolution in northern India, ultimately influencing Indian epigraphy and historical records.
The legacy of these exchanges isn't just historical. It's evident in modern art, dance, and even everyday life in India.
Today's classical Indian dance forms carry elements reminiscent of Greek storytelling, showcasing the enduring nature of these influences.
Fact, architectural elements, such as columns and pillars with Greek influence, can still be found in historic Indian buildings.
These architectural features are iconic, symbolizing a time when ideas were freely exchanged across borders.
Greek-inspired elements are also seen in modern Indian sculptures and paintings, where themes of realism and human expression continue.
Picture Greek columns in Indian palaces, a perfect blend of two artistic ideals, representing strength and beauty.
Such visual elements in modern Indian architecture remind us of the cultural synthesis that happened centuries ago.
Watch as we showcase Indian buildings with Greek-style columns and contemporary art inspired by Greco-Buddhist themes.
The spiritual and artistic legacies of Greek influence are woven into India's temple art and iconography, enriching its symbolic depth.
The adoption of anthropomorphic depictions, inspired by Greek art, allowed deities to be portrayed as approachable and human-like.
Fact, the Buddha's serene facial features in Gandhara sculptures reflect Greek ideals of beauty and calmness.
These serene representations became a visual language, communicating peace and divine grace.
This harmony between realism and spirituality is unique to Indo-Greek art, emphasizing shared philosophical ideals.
Imagine Buddha with Greek-inspired calmness, a symbol of cultural respect and artistic adaptation.
Observe the upcoming visuals to see how Greek facial realism influenced Indian religious art.
This blend of art and spirituality was one of the profound impacts of Greek-Hellenistic influence on Indian culture.
If you found this exploration insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more educational content tailored for UPSC and history enthusiasts. Learning about these cultural exchanges deepens our understanding of how interconnected our past truly is. Fact, cultural exchange is an ongoing process that shapes societies. Greek influence on Indian culture is one powerful example. Remember, every artifact, every dance, every language trace we see today is a reminder of this shared history. Understanding these influences is crucial for appreciating our rich, interconnected heritage. These stories aren't just about the past. They remind us how cultural exchange enriches our world. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with more in-depth cultural and historical explorations. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the art and culture shaped by Greek-Hellenistic and Indian exchanges. Pause 2S. In this final chapter, we delve into the influence of Greek-Hellenistic architecture on modern Indian architecture. This cross-cultural exchange has left an indelible mark on India's architectural landscape. Pause 2S. One striking example is the Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. Designed by British architect Sir Edwin Lutyens, it incorporates elements of classical Greek architecture, such as grand columns and symmetrical design, blending seamlessly with Indian motifs and materials. Pause 3S. Moving to the southern part of India, the Madras High Court in Chennai showcases a blend of Indo-Saracenic and Hellenistic styles. The building's domes and arches are reminiscent of Greek and Roman structures, highlighting the fusion of Western and Eastern architectural principles. Pause 3s. Another significant example is the Victoria Memorial in Kolkata. Designed by Sir William Emerson, it combines the grandeur of Greek columns with Mughal influences, creating a unique architectural masterpiece that stands as a testament to this cultural amalgamation. Pause 3s. Beyond India, we can see similar influences in structures like the U.S. Supreme Court building, which draws heavily from Greek and Roman architectural styles, showcasing the global reach of these ancient design principles. Pause 3s. In contemporary times, modern architects continue to draw inspiration from Greek-Hellenistic styles, integrating classical elements into skyscrapers, public buildings, and even residential designs. This blend of ancient and modern creates a timeless aesthetic that resonates across cultures. Pause 3s. The influence of Greek Hellenistic architecture on modern Indian structures is a testament to the enduring legacy of cultural exchange. These buildings are not just functional spaces, they are embodiments of a shared heritage that continues to inspire and connect us. Pause 3s. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the art, culture, and architecture shaped by Greek, Hellenistic, and Indian exchanges. Your engagement helps us continue to explore and share these fascinating stories. Until next time, keep discovering the rich tapestries of our interconnected world. Pause 2s. In this chapter, we explore the profound influence of Greek Hellenistic literature on modern Indian literature. This cultural exchange has enriched the literary landscapes of both regions, creating a tapestry of shared themes and narratives. Pause 2s. One of the most notable influences is seen in the works of Rabindranath Tagore, India's Nobel laureate in literature. Tagore's poetry and prose reflect the philosophical depth and lyrical beauty often associated with Greek literature. His works, such as Gitanjali, resonate with themes of humanism and universalism, akin to the writings of ancient Greek philosophers like Plato and Socrates. Pause 3s. Moving westward, we find influences in the works of Greek authors such as Nikos Kazantzakis, whose novel Zorba the Greek explores themes of freedom, existentialism, and the human spirit, concepts that find parallels in Indian literature's exploration of Dharma and the self. Pause 3s. In contemporary Indian literature, authors like Amitav Ghosh draw inspiration from Greek epics. Ghosh's narrative style and thematic depth in novels like The Shadow Lines echo the intricate storytelling and moral complexities found in Homer's Iliad and Odyssey. Pause 3s. The influence is not one-sided. Greek literature has also been enriched by Indian storytelling traditions. For example, the ancient Indian epic Mahabharata has inspired adaptations and reinterpretations in Greek literature, blending mythological elements from both cultures. Pause 3s. Beyond individual works, the structural aspects of Greek Hellenistic literature, such as the use of choruses in plays and the exploration of tragic flaws in characters, have found their way into modern Indian drama and cinema. Plays by Indian dramatists like Girish Karnad often incorporate these elements, creating a unique fusion that captivates audiences worldwide. Pause 3s. This literary exchange is a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and its ability to transcend cultural boundaries. It highlights the shared human experiences and universal truths that connect us all. Pause 3s. As we reflect on the influence of Greek Hellenistic literature on modern Indian literature, we celebrate the rich, interconnected narratives that continue to shape our understanding of the world. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. Until next time, keep discovering the stories that unite us. Pause 3s. Pause 2s. Today, we delve into the profound influence of Greek Hellenistic philosophy on modern Indian philosophical thought. This intellectual exchange has enriched the philosophical landscapes of both regions, fostering a deeper understanding of the human condition. Pause 2s. One of the most significant influences is seen in the works of Swami Vivekananda, a key figure in the introduction of Indian philosophies of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world. Vivekananda's emphasis on rationality and humanism mirrors the philosophical inquiries of Socrates and Aristotle. His teachings often reflect the Socratic method of questioning and the Aristotelian focus on empirical observation. Pause 3s. Moving forward, we find parallels in the works of Sri Aurobindo, whose integral philosophy synthesizes elements of Greek metaphysics and Indian spiritual traditions. Aurobindo's exploration of consciousness and the evolution of the human spirit resonates with the Platonic ideals of the soul's journey towards higher knowledge and truth. Pause 3s. In contemporary Indian philosophy, scholars like Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, India's second president and a renowned philosopher, have been influenced by Greek thought. Radhakrishnan's comparative studies highlight the ethical and metaphysical dialogues between Greek and Indian philosophies, drawing connections between the Upanishadic teachings and the works of Greek philosophers such as Pythagoras and Plotinus. Pause 3s. The influence is reciprocal. Modern Western philosophers, including those inspired by Hellenistic thought, have engaged deeply with Indian philosophy. For instance, the existentialist ideas of Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus find echoes in the Indian philosophical discussions on karma and free will. Pause 3s. Beyond individual philosophers, the structural aspects of Greek-Hellenistic philosophy, such as dialectics and logical reasoning, have been integrated into modern Indian philosophical discourse. The use of debate and dialogue in Indian philosophical traditions, exemplified in the ancient texts of the Nyaya school, showcases this synthesis. Pause 3s. This philosophical exchange underscores the universal quest for knowledge and understanding. It highlights the shared intellectual heritage that transcends cultural and geographical boundaries. Pause 3s. As we reflect on the influence of Greek-Hellenistic philosophy on modern Indian thought, we celebrate the rich, interconnected ideas that continue to shape our worldview. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. Until next time, keep seeking the wisdom that unites us. Pause 3s. Pause 2s. Today, we explore the profound influence of Greek-Hellenistic scientific advancements on modern Indian science. This cross-cultural exchange has significantly shaped scientific inquiry and innovation, bridging ancient wisdom with contemporary understanding. Pause 2s. One of the most notable influences is the field of astronomy. Ancient Greek astronomers like Hipparchus and Ptolemy laid foundational work in cataloging stars and understanding celestial movements. Pause 2s. These early contributions have inspired Indian astronomers, such as Aryabhata, whose astronomical calculations and theories resonate with Greek methodologies. Pause 2s. Aryabhata's work on the motion of planets and eclipses reflects a synthesis of Greek observational techniques and Indian mathematical precision. Pause 3s. In mathematics, the influence of Euclid's Elements is profound. Euclid's systematic approach to geometry has been a cornerstone in mathematical education across the world, including India. Pause 2s. Indian mathematicians like Bhaskara II and Ramanujan have built upon these geometric principles, advancing the field with innovative theories and applications. Pause 3s. Moving to medicine, the Hippocratic corpus from ancient Greece introduced systematic clinical practices and ethical standards. These principles have influenced the development of Ayurveda, India's traditional system of medicine. Pause 2s. The integration of empirical observation and holistic treatment in Ayurveda showcases the blending of Greek and Indian medical philosophies. Pause 3s. The impact extends to physics as well. Archimedes' principles of buoyancy and mechanics have found echoes in the works of Indian scientists. Pause 2s. Modern Indian physicists, such as C.V. Raman, who won the Nobel Prize for his work on light scattering, have drawn inspiration from these foundational concepts. Pause 3s. Furthermore, the Greek emphasis on empirical research and experimentation has been a guiding force in modern scientific practices. This is evident in the works of Indian scientists like Homi J. Bhabha, who played a crucial role in India's nuclear program. Pause 3s. The reciprocal influence is also noteworthy. India's ancient contributions, such as the concept of zero and advancements in algebra, have enriched global scientific knowledge, creating a dynamic exchange of ideas. Pause 3s. This scientific dialogue underscores the interconnectedness of human knowledge. It highlights the shared pursuit of understanding that transcends time and geography. Pause 2s. As we reflect on the influence of Greek-Hellenistic scientific advancements on modern Indian science, we celebrate the enduring legacy of curiosity and innovation. Pause 3s. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. Until next time, keep seeking the knowledge that unites us. Pause 3s.